G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. And this week we'll be getting stuck into round 6 tips. But first of all, I finally got a 9 this year, so obviously I'll get a little bit of a wrap up on that. But I've noticed you guys have, a few more have subscribed. I noticed a lot of my viewers on the tips haven't subscribed, so subscribe away, guys. Keep up the love for the tips, and I'll keep them going. And yeah, you can sort of stay on top of them each week and miss out on anything there. But I got 9 finally, so I've been pretty ordinary, I must admit, of late. But I came to the party this time. A lot of people probably would have got the 7 or 8, but I was happy with the 9. I was under a lot of pressure with the Friday night game that delivered. Obviously, I tipped the Saints, the Bombers, the Eagles, Cats, Dogs, Lions. Tipped the Dockers, the Tigers, and also the Giants. I was about to say the Hawks, but that's all done and dusted. But it's not about being a one trick pony and a one hit wonder. We've got to continue week to week form, and this week will certainly test me out because all the Victorian clubs obviously going elsewhere due to the current situation we're facing. Really tough week again, but we'll go through them and see what we can do. And chuck your tips in the comments as well below, guys. Give the video a like as well. I always appreciate that. First game up, we got the Cats and the Lions at the SCG. It'll be the Thursday night game, and I'm pretty confident on tipping the Lions here. They haven't put a foot wrong. They're so balanced. Their midfield's amazing. Their defence is amazing. Their forward line's functioning really well. So, and they've been more consistent than us, and I don't see us as playing super well at the SCG, but we'll wait and see. I mean, I would say the Lions probably in that 4 or 5 goal sort of range. I expect them to win. They're pretty much the best team in the competition at the moment. They took Port Adelaide to the sword and did the job there. Collingwood have Hawthorn at Giants Stadium. This game's always tricky to pick. It seems like even when Collingwood's going well, Hawthorn find a way to pinch it. Even in their premiership years, the Pies, I think, the Hawks gave them some dramas at times. They've won the last 3, the Hawks, against the Pies. And the Pies do have, obviously, some dramas at the moment. They've lost 2 in a row. They simply have to respond now. I understand side bottom Howe's out is massive, and that's why I tipped against them last week. But I think Hawthorn will do well against sort of middle-of-the-road teams. I think Collingwood is sort of above middle of the road, if you like. So I think the Pies will be by a goal. I could easily see Hawthorn winning, though, although they've never won there, so against the Giants, of course. So we'll see what happens there. A lot of tough games to pick because there's no real home ground advantages anymore. It's 1v1. Fremantle have St Kilda at Metricon. Obviously, the Dockers are pretty well accustomed to the conditions. But I just love the Saints' ferocity at the contest and their run and spread. So I think the Saints probably 4-goal winners there for mine. The Eagles have not the Lions. It's probably the right thinking though, being it was at the Gabba. At the Gabba, the Eagles have the Crows, and this will be hopefully an easy win for the Eagles. I reckon 9-goal win. The Crows haven't shown much at all, and the Eagles just getting back into some good touch, and I think, assuming the weather's all well, they'll be loving life. Another tricky game we've got coming up, Melbourne and Gold Coast. Melbourne obviously went down to the Tigers, so that 3-goal, 4-goal range. Close game in the end, but couldn't quite bring home the bacon. Gold Coast went down to the Cats, but not without a fight, and that's why I'm tipping the Suns to win this game. Melbourne have been abysmal for a long time now. 2018 was an aberration. They one shot at it and they didn't take it. And Gold Coast have given me with the way they play, given me reasons to tip them. So it's very hard to go past Gold Coast. I mean, going by past results, I would go probably Melbourne. But the Suns just playing better footy, so I'd say the Suns by a couple of goals. Melbourne do have to lift and give them something, though. Otherwise, it's going to be a long, long year for them. Essendon have North Melbourne at Metricon Stadium. So the Bombers, without Jake Stringer, are in a bit of strife for this game. They've obviously been really competitive and really good. I'm not sure where that goal-kicking power is coming from with no Jake Stringer. They obviously got the job done last week, but Stringer played a magnificent game, and Tipperary played a magnificent game. McKernan was a bit off, so North also have to respond as well. They've been pretty ordinary, and they've sort of been a buzz side with that win over the Giants, but Yeah, and the Bombers would have won the last 3 or so against the North as well. So even though that is the case, I think Jake Stringer is a huge out. We'll wait and see, but I'm going to go North Melbourne. It's going to be a 2-goal game, if that. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens there. It'll be very tough. Port Adelaide have GWS at Metricon Stadium as well. So pretty much every game is at Metricon or the Gabba, as you can see. And Giants, so were really good with not many inside 50s. They kicked 13 goals from 26 inside 50s, so not a bad conversion rate. Just about the best of all time. Port Adelaide lowered their colours to the Lions, as sort of expected. I like what I've seen from the Giants of late. They're getting back on track. The wheels are turning. They've got, Toby Green and the big boys are firing up forward. I think it'll just be a bit too much for Port Adelaide, but I do expect it to be a close game. So Giants by 3 goals. Port not doing too much wrong, but will need to be absolutely brutal inside the contest to get the job done. Richmond have Sydney at the Gabba. This is such a tough game because Richmond have so many key injuries. I've got Dusty's out, and sorry, not Dusty. Cochin's out, and Presti's out, and Nank's out as well. So, yeah, there's going to be plenty of players, and there's not all the players are going to go. So, depending on what that ends up being, may change my tip. But I'm going to go to the Tigers by a goal. They do love playing at the Gabba, and they've had some really good success there, and they're back to sort of their better footy. I am very hesitant on the result, and I'm tempted to go the Swans because of so many outs for Richmond. But I'm going to go the Tigers just. Very tough though. Carlton have the Dogs at Metricon Stadium for the final game, and I've been incredibly pleased with the Dogs and how they've sort of gone about their footy. They're playing the style that they're probably accustomed to and want to play, and I see them winning. They comfortably accounted for North and got the job done. Blues are being pretty competitive, but yeah, the Dogs are playing some really good footy and really hard to beat at the moment. So they're on fire and will be tough to beat. So those are my tips, guys, for round 6 of the season. Chuck yours down in the comments below. It'd be muchly appreciated. And I would also very much appreciate a like and a subscribe as well. Helps me a lot and keeps the channel sort of, ticking along and kicking goals. So hope you enjoy, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next video.